Thank you. So, in the interest of the recording, Mr. Boggs, would you be so kind as to enlighten us about the 10% bonuses, please?
Sure. So, how can I be nice about a programming nightmare? Anyway, just wanted to let everyone know that in October, we will be releasing. I shouldn't say releasing. What I should say is that the system and the compensation structure will be able to actually pay out what is due from April 1st all the way to the date that it gets released. So in October, there'll be an email announcement coming out to everyone in the field. Be on the lookout for that field edition in your commission structure payout notice. You're going to see everything that is due to you from April 1st until the day I'm anticipating by or before middle of October that you will actually see the new field within your back office. Some of you will actually probably see it first because we're going to make sure that the visual database is showing correctly. So those of you that are due quite a penny from the 10%, we're going to actually pick on you first, Mr. Hanks. So
thanks, sir.
You're welcome. So we're going to make sure that that's working and displaying properly and make sure the decimal points are where they need to be and making sure that that's going to pay out properly. And it's just a wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. So that is going to happen. It's actually been calculating internally actually quite accurately, but displaying it has been the actual issue. So we feel that we should be able to display and pay at the same time. And we have solved that. Thank you, John, Hiltz, Andre, and Steven for getting that done. And as you can see, my picture doesn't do me any type of justice. I have less hair than I did in that picture. So because of this, so it's been quite a long process. But as it is with any new companies, there's always growing pains. So I appreciate everyone's patience with that.
Thank you, Mike. That was eloquently said. I was wondering how you were going to spin that one. But you know what? What I want to say about that is that it's very refreshing. Okay. And I'll be the first one to say it. I'm going to raise my hand, although you guys can't see me because we're not on camera. But I'm raising my hand because it's very refreshing to be with a company that can say, hey, guys, we thought we had this covered. It didn't work the way we thought it would. And we fixed it. And now you're going to get more money. And, hey, that's a good thing.
Yeah, I was going to cray on that real quick. You're getting more money, people.
You get more money.
That's what he's saying.
Hey, we don't have any problem paying more money, that's for sure.
Yeah, see, there you go. Exactly. Hey, I got a question. This has a little bit something to do with money, buddy. Can I ask something?
I guess.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Yay. Sorry, guys. I've been absent a few times. Hey, I was wondering, we're supposed to have some new news on the old GreenX machines. Do you got anything for me for that?
I might.
Okay.
You might.
Would you tell me? Can you tell me? Or do you want to wait?
Well, no. Actually, let me go ahead and send you an invoice, Joe. And
you're going to send me an invoice?
And an NDA.
Fantastic. Yes.
Actually, literally, this week has been quite an eventful week between the green team and us. I would say since Monday, I've been on the phone 8 times with the VP of Green, which is Dave Smith.
Yeah.
I do know that, so everybody knows this Friday, we're actually going to send out a company-wide distribution of some pictures and some items that I've received specifically from Dave and the teams and the what they call platinum members over there. Basically people that were a part of the Green project way before Kathy introduced us to Green. So I've gotten pretty hunkered down with the high-end people in and around Dave and everyone involved. So literally 8, 9 times this week talking to Dave. The GreenX wallet is up. It has been testing how you want to say toy coin, maneuvering back and forth. They did come down into 3 minor programming glitches that they have solved, probably 2 of the 3 already. And that is there were some limitations on the amount of coin that you could be received from one wallet to the next, and then sending that. So they had to fix that. I believe that is fixed as of today. The back office is pretty much getting its final wax job done on it. And hopefully very, very soon, not only will people start getting the notifications on how to log into their GreenX back office, but they'll also be getting the invite to actually go ahead and merge the two, the back office with the wallet, which will be linked to your machines. So there's a lot of things going on very aggressively within the last 2 weeks. And unfortunately, because I am not a programmer for Green, I wish I was, but they have made some significant headway literally just within the last 2 weeks of polishing everything off, getting things to work the way they're supposed to be, the communication with the sidechain network and an actual blockchain network, which I can tell you as a programmer is nothing short of a pain in the ass. There's really no other word for it. So the communication with what's going on within the wallets, I mean, you guys got to understand that this was a project that was built from the ground up to build around this conceptual technology. And I got to hand, my hats off to Dave and his programming team and everyone that's involved over there. So Dave's been pretty aggressive with me this week, and I've enjoyed every minute talking to him this week and him giving me the private updates and keep me interlooped with what's going on. So it's been quite, when there's not a lot of talk and then all of a sudden you get bombarded with like a show and tell, things are extremely close.
Right. Mm-hmm. Good deal. That's awesome to hear. I don't know. That's just good news.
That's real good news.
I mean, any way you spin that's good news. I'm glad that everything's kind of coming together on that. And I'm glad that you were able to, Mike, kind of get with their programmers and stuff and, maybe help them hash some things out or whatever needed to happen. You know what I mean? But
actually, I'm surprised Dave still has hair. Like,
right. I understand. Like, well, why is it happening like this?
I mean, kudos to everyone involved, and with Kathy being, the point, and I don't even know how she still has hair. I mean, it's very frustrating that, I'm a programmer, so I'm very patient when it comes to programming, and I can understand the process and I can understand the programming errors that they had. You can't expect to walk into a programming dealership and expect to walk out with a functioning piece of software.
Shut up.
Because this isn't exactly going in to buy a Ford or a Mustang 5.0 or when it's already pre-waxed and as just said here in the chat, the fine tuning that's going on, they're doing a really good job, and I know everybody and hundreds of people that have been part of this since day one, since we brought this out, are very, very anxious. It's probably not the correct word. It's probably more like a WTF. But I can assure you that everyone here on the KGX end is very, very happy to be seeing the things visually. And you got to understand that everything's visual now. So it's not just us providing an update. We're actually intricately involved in actually testing. There's a test group here. There's test groups that I'm working with. I've been communicating very aggressively with Dave Smith, and what's going on. It's very refreshing. It's probably a really good word for it, to actually see something come from its infancy to it starting to crawl, and now it's starting to walk, and then the next thing you know, you're going to be off and running to the races. So it's very heartwarming to see that.
Right. Right. And you know what? I'm going to say, because everyone else is muted here, so I'm going to say what they're thinking.
Right. I can actually see it. Steph's over there with her damn helmet waiting.
I'm going to say what they're thinking. Have we told you we love you lately? Because, that's kind of how we're feeling at the moment, right? So thank you for that. I know that was one of the biggest things that we wanted to get out this evening on this Bridging the Gap call. In the interest of time and keeping everybody on schedule, 15 to 20 minutes, we need to talk about this new schedule that we've got. Mike, would you like to please inform all of our guests this evening and those that will get the recording, the meaning behind our new schedule and how it came to be, please?
Yes. So, and Chris, you can add in when I'm
Yes, sir.
done.
Yeah,
So,
I'll give them those specifics.
Yep. So, just so everyone knows, and yes, Steph, we do know that you have your helmet on.
Yes, we know she's got hers
we know.
on.
I'm surprised blasting it on social media.
She sleeps in it, brother.
Yes, the strap's stuck. Yeah.
The buckle won't come off.
I'm pretty sure. Yep, it's locked. Yeah. But anyway, so what we're doing is, and everyone, first and foremost, I appreciate everyone's patience while we've been reformatting the call schedule, and it's been very disheartening that I couldn't talk to you guys and that you guys couldn't hear me or anyone while we were rescheduling. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to be formatting the entire schedule as we go forward, starting next week. The entire new schedule will be posted this weekend in preparation for what's coming at the beginning of the week. And we kind of wanted to really just perfect it and launch it at the beginning of the new month, and make sure that everyone can start fresh, start clean slate, get everything going. And basically the whole call schedule is based around moving yourself forward and getting more people involved in what's going on and how to get them involved with cryptogenics, regardless if they're a customer and or want to be a promoter. So with that being said, we're going to be bringing down the actual amount of calls to create that high touch, low tech feeling that really is important for you guys to be feeling. So when you're listening to the people that are going to be doing the calls, myself included, you're actually going to start seeing me. If you have not been working in the Go90 Grow system or the KCHI system, you need to start, because you're going to actually start seeing myself in there as an admin, responding and working within the groups more aggressively as we bring out the new call schedule. So the call schedule is going to be based around training and recruiting. You're going to be utilizing the call schedule for opportunity calls, and we're going to be teaching you how to utilize the simple 6. And that is keeping the same thing, the main thing, and always bringing more people to the front of the room. What does that do for you? It gets you involved in knowing what to do to close people on this business. So with that, Chris, you can actually take it and be more specific of what's coming on the call schedules. And just so everybody knows, we are not canceling Chris and Joe. So it's still staying. It's not going away. It's going to be there. I have no idea why, but we are keeping it.
If we're nothing else, we're comedic relief. Okay.
Oh my God.
For nothing else.
That was great.
It was.
Thanks, Mike.
After many thought processes given to that, we have decided to keep Chris and Joe doing their comic relief, as Chris just said, and I think it'll be played very well in the call schedule. So
thanks, Mike.
Chris, I really want to say thank you, and Joe, thank you so much for continue on with that. So Chris, floor is yours.
Thank you, sir. As Mike said, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be enveloping, if you will, into our own company at KGX, the KCHIs. And it's going to be very important for everybody to understand that, what we did was we created a Bridging the Gap call. So I just want to drop back for just a second. We created the Bridging the Gap call to connect the field to the core. We did that brilliantly. We've been able to answer more questions. We've been able to keep more people involved and growing because of that. Now it's time to take it to the next level. Okay, we're not going backwards, we're going forwards. So what we wanted to do was be able to have each and every one of you guys to be able to touch or speak to the core, 4, 5, 6 days a week, right? So we're utilizing the KCHIs. There'll be more information on this, y'all. You don't have to write it down. We're going to utilize the KCHIs. You will be able to ask your questions every day of the week. Inside the KCHIs, we're going to have a video that's going to show you exactly how to do that. Okay. Secondly, it's not going to be just one person. So Mike is not going to bear all of this weight. All of the core will be in there. They will all be answering questions. They'll all have a different day. So you never know which one of them might answer your question, or someone from Mark J's team, right? So what does this new schedule look like? What is it comprised of? Well, you're going to have a Monday night leaders call. Okay. It is directed to those folks that have teams. It's directed to those folks that need to be in the foxholes, you know, and we're going to make sure that that happens every Monday night at 9 p.m. Okay. You'll get an invite for that if you're supposed to be there. If you're not supposed to be there, don't worry about it. Keep working. You're going to get invited. That's how it works. Okay. So don't get crazy. On Tuesdays, coming soon, this one will not start the first week. On Tuesdays, we will have a product call. That call will be orchestrated by Joe and myself. What is a product call? Well, right now our product is what? Education. Okay.
Talk about it.
We need to get people in there. We need to get people talking about it, get their questions answered, show them how to use it, show them how to introduce it to people. You know, when we want to talk about GreenX rigs, we will do that. When we want to talk about other products that the company brings to the floor, we will do that. We will basically be your product information go-to. On Thursdays at 9 p.m., you're going to have a presentation, just like we've always had a presentation, okay? 9 p.m. on Thursdays, Eastern. Now, what ideally, if you look at how the schedule's built, this is brilliant, and I want you guys to really think about this quickly, okay? What's going to happen is on Thursdays, you're going to come to that, and you're going to bring a guest. Notice I said you're going to come to that, and you're going to bring a guest, okay? We need new people. So you're going to bring someone. They're going to get excited. We're going to do the work for you. All the heavy lifting's done. All you have to do is get them there. On Thursday, when they sign up, guess what? At the end of the call, we're going to invite them to Saturday, all right? Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern for another presentation, because why? They need to hear it a second time. But on Saturday, we're going to call that Bring a Guest, okay? So you're bringing a guest. Your guest will bring someone. Do you see how this will compound for you? Do you see how your teams will grow exponentially just by plugging into the right calls at the right time? On Saturday, that presentation will be at 3 p.m. And immediately following, we will have a fast start training, okay? That fast start training might be about how to introduce your business. It might be about, I'm in, now what? Who knows, okay? That's going to be up to the person that's doing the presentation as to what they want to fast start that next group on, okay? We want to do this in weekly groups, all right? On the last Monday of every month, there will be an open mic call, all right? It'll be at 9 p.m. Eastern. That open mic call will be between the core and the entire group. Everybody's invited to that, okay? It'll be a great place to see what's happening. New announcements will be announced then. People will be recognized during that time. There'll be a lot of stuff happening, okay? May even be some giveaways, who knows? All right, I'm just going to tell you, you want to be there. And then what we're going to actually have happening for all of you all is what we call a good news call. And it's going to be a webcast, right? And Mark J is going to actually head this up. Now, Mark has spoken with Brandon and I intimately. He would like to do that on a Tuesday or Wednesday. He's checking with his schedule, so that's not in stone yet. He also would like to do that during the day. It will be specifically about how to build your business and how to become a better leader. It'll also be about KCHIs. It will also be about Grow 90 Grow. And he may even touch, you know, why you might want to consider to be in the next MKE class. This is a really big lineup, y'all. It took a little bit of time to actually get this in place to where it's going to work smoothly for everybody. I think you'll be very pleased with it. Mike, did you have anything you wanted to offer about the schedule before we close out?
No, I think you did a really good job of getting that. And then to all those that are here with us tonight and those that will be listening here shortly, we had over, I think close to, actually it was over 50, but close to 60 people within KGX register and get accepted to MKE.
Wow, really?
So congratulations to all of you that decided to take a leap of faith and go down the path that I did when I was 23. And what you are about to be shown and walk through, I promise you, will change your life. And not just your business, but yourself, your marriage, if you are married, your partnership, your individual thought process and how you look at things and how it can greatly envelop the greater good in you. So congratulations to every single one of you who did that and spent a whopping $1 to be a part of the MKE experience. And I've been with Mark for a very, very long time, and I attribute everything, both my good times and my bad times, and how I got out of the bad times to get back to the good times, to everything that I learned from that whole experience. And I was just lucky that I got started when I was 23. Mm-hmm. So congratulations to all of you. But Chris, back to subject, very good job in explaining what's coming up through the month of October and every week through that month and moving forward as we go. There's a lot of good things coming there's a lot of good things coming.
It's hard to hold my tongue.
I'm having a real problem doing that. And if so much of, I can feel Joe poking me right now.
What's happening?
It's okay. Hey, listen, Mike, before we close out our call, Mike, I know that you've been through the MKE, you've been through all of those trainings that are offered to us. And, that whopping Grow 90 Grow program just by itself is huge. I think that Brandon and I, when we met with Mark, we really wanted to make sure that we incorporated all the good things that we could incorporate. And that's kind of why we decided to do that Thursday afternoon call or Thursday night call and then that Saturday call. Can you, speaking from someone who's built a mega organization, if you would just kind of give the folks on the line real quick, your 2 cents on how powerful it is to have a structure that says you're coming at 9, your guests are joining, your guests are coming back on Saturday with guests of their own, they're joining, and then they're getting a fast start training. Can you give us maybe 2 minutes on that?
Sure. I'll do my best to keep it at 2 minutes.
Thank you.
And I'll do my best to end it at 9:30. You be quiet, Joe. No one's talking to you. But first and foremost, you guys got to understand that what was the process and why you are here. Mm-hmm. That's probably one of the biggest things in conceptualizations that you guys need to understand. What was the reason that you came here to KGX? Was it one of us that you knew? Was it someone else that you knew and you trusted them? Or was it that you actually saw yourself being able to do what the person just walked you through to be a part of KGX? And that is the whole point of utilizing the KCHI system. It is a standardized system of repetition that the most novice person from day one can duplicate. Mm-hmm. And utilizing that aspect in a 1, 2, 3 method, or there's different ways that you can utilize the verbiage, but it's pretty simple. It's expose, involve, and upgrade. Mm-hmm. And at each of those steps, can the person that you just brought to KGX see themselves doing what you just did? If a person can realize and understand that they too can make money doing what you just did, then your entire team will become independent of you. Because when you make the system the star and not yourself, and you let go of your ego and you let go of the money aspect, because the money will come when a person can see that they can duplicate the entire experience that you just walked them through. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Sure does. Hey, can I say
something? Did it in 2 minutes.
Good job, buddy. There's 3 minutes left. Can I talk?
I guess.
Sir.
First off, I got 2 things. Okay. First off, Mike, I really want to thank you from everybody out here, like all us kind of, I guess you'd say foot soldiers kind of out here, for being so diligent on getting everything taken care of with all the KGX stuff and everything like that with the GreenX. trying to get all that stuff together and taken care of for us and giving us information as it's going. I know everyone really appreciates that. And I mean, in my mind, I want to say, hey, man, we had it all handled. It's these other guys' fault. They screwed up. But that's not the right thing to say. You know what I mean? But I really just thank you very, very much for taking care of all this, you know. And also, can I borrow $1?
Right.
Love you, Joe.
Never fails.
Never fails. I know.
Love you, Joe.
Yeah. It's, you know, really, again, when you stop pointing the finger at your own failures, always remember that when you're pointing the finger, there are 3 fingers pointing back at you. I don't care what it is. I don't care what fault happened. I don't care what it was. You can point the fingers at anyone else that you want to, but you will always have 3 fingers pointing back at you. And when you can suck it up and expose, involve, and upgrade those people and utilizing the same experience that you've put them through, you'll have no problem building a team of 100 or 1,000 or 10,000 or 50,000. And I can promise you that it's way easier than you think it is, because it always starts with you.
Absolutely. Mr. Boggs, thank you this evening for taking time out of your schedule. Mr. Hamilton, I really appreciate your co-hosting ability every single time, brother.
Somebody does.
Yep. We love it.
Here's what I want to say to everybody that's listening. You know, we're a great company. We have something that is of legacy material. You are about to see it kick off. Do not think that we have started, because we are just now getting to the start line. Get ready. Get your boots on. Your running shoes on. Whatever you run in.
Helmet.
Get your helmet.
Get the helmet.
Get your helmet. Okay. We're ready to go. We are ready to go. October 1st, everybody, let's go. All right. Have a great night. Thank you all for coming. I'm going to stop the recording. I'll get this out as quickly as possible. Thanks, everyone. We love you.
Thank you.
God bless everyone. Take care.